Good evening everybody, I'm Fictional Crystals and Prince Lotor isn't full Galra. Prince Lotor is the new upcoming antagonist on Voltron Legendary Defender.
Summon Prince Lotor.
So far, we've only seen a few second-long glimpses of him in the Season 3 trailers, but we did get enough of a look at him to see a few interesting things. First of all, his hair. It covers his whole scalp, it's long and it's white. No other Galra has hair like this. A few Galrans may have some fur, or a small amount of hair, but none have long hair covering their whole head like this. Well, except for Keith. In Voltron, white hair is commonly associated with Alteans. Most Galras have a kind of bump on their head, but Lotor does not have this. Then there's his ears. We have seen other Galras with pointed ears. Ulas, for instance. But a Galra isn't typically what comes to your head when you think of pointed ears. Pointed ears on Voltron are commonly associated with Alteans too. Lastly, his eyes. They aren't like the average Galras. Again, with a few exceptions, most Galrans have yellow eyes. The sclera of Lotor's eyes have a slight yellow tint to them, but other than that, they don't look very Galra. He has pupils and irises. And what's more, his irises are purple, the same color as a certain other part Galras. Now, okay, you may be thinking that since some other Galras have white hair, and a few others have pointed ears, no yellow eyes and no bump on their head, what's the big deal about Lotor? Yeah, it's true, a few other Galras have similar features to Lotor, but no full Galra has all of Lotor's 4 special features. Prince Lotor is the son of Emperor Zarkon, yet they look nothing alike. Maybe because Galra genes aren't dominant. Keith is part Galra yet looks full human. Who Lotor does look a lot like though is Haggar. Everything from their hairstyle, hair color, ears, eye shape and chin look incredibly similar. Haggar is an Altean. In the show, Haggar is always by Zarkon's side. Haggar is easily the most powerful of the villains. If she really wanted to, she could have overthrown Zarkon by now, but nevertheless she stays by his side, hoping to reclaim what is rightfully theirs.
It is time to reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Yes.
Haggar could have left Zarkon to die, but instead she hooked him up to life support and looks surprisingly sad. Also, why did someone as evil as Zarkon even trust someone who isn't a Galra? He knows she isn't Galra. Galra can't do the stuff she does. Maybe he lets her be so close because they are together. Voltron Legendary Defender is a reboot of an 80s show called Voltron Defender of the Universe. Here it gets a bit confusing. 80s Voltron Defender of the Universe is a dubbed over, censored, and patched together version of an anime called Beast King GoLion, along with a few parts from another anime called Armored Fleet Haggar 15. Although the 80s American version and the 80s Japanese version use a lot of the same footage, they are very different shows. The American version is a lot more kid-friendly. It takes away many character deaths. It takes away a lot of the characters' backstories. Overall, they change a whole bunch of things. In 2016's Voltron Legendary Defender, they took elements from both the 80s Japanese version and the 80s American version. For example, they kept Keith, Lance, Hunk, Pidge, Elora, and Karen's names from the American version, but Shiro's name along with the words Galra and Altean are from the Japanese version, for the sake of not confusing everyone. While talking about Beast King GoLion, which is the 80s Japanese version, I'll just be using the characters' names from Voltron Legendary Defender. In Beast King GoLion, Haggar was actually Zarkon's mother, but I highly doubt that's the case in Voltron Legendary Defender. In 80s Voltron Defender of the Universe, Haggar wasn't Zarkon's mother either. Instead, Haggar actually used to be one of Zarkon's love interests, and was once quite a beautiful woman.
I was beautiful. Then I met Zarkon. He said I was pretty and told me pretty lies.
This backstory for Haggar seems to be a lot more likely for Voltron Legendary Defender than the Beast King GoLion version in which she is his mother. I believe in Legendary Defender, Haggar has changed her appearance. Alteans can shapeshift, have magic, and change color. She did this to fit in a bit more with the Galrans. In Voltron Defender of the Universe, Lotor's mother was never specified, probably because her backstory in Beast King GoLion was a bit grim. Lotor's mother in Beast King GoLion was an Altean, but she was killed. This made Lotor in Beast King GoLion half Altean, half Galra. Him being half Galra, half Altean in Voltron Legendary Defender would be a great parallel to Keith. Keith is going to be the future leader of Voltron, yet he's part Voltron's greatest enemy. Lotor is the future leader of the Galra Empire, yet he isn't even full Galra. If he was part Altean, he would be the same species as several of his greatest enemies. I think Lotor is definitely part Altean, his Galra father being Zarkon and his Altean mother possibly being Haggar. They look so similar. Zarkon and the Galra Empire used to be in an alliance with the Alteans. They were friends. Even if Lotor's mother is not Haggar, there are plenty of other Alteans Zarkon could have been with back before the war. But anyway, thanks for watching and summon Prince Lotor.